The story begins with a girl named Noah, who is packing her things to move to a new house. Among her belongings, she finds a childhood photo of her and her father during a car race. After thinking it over, Noah decides to take the photo with her when she leaves. During the journey, the girl talks to her mother and reveals that she is moving in with her wealthy stepfather, who saved her mother from poverty after divorcing her abusive ex-husband. However, the girl is not excited about the move because it means being away from friends and her boyfriend. Upon arriving at her stepfather's mansion, Emmanuel warmly welcomes his wife and greets Noah, who seems disinterested. While exploring the luxurious mansion, the daughter notices a significant change in her mother's life since being with Emmanuel. Her mother shows Noah a room with a view of the sea, which will now be hers. Alone in the room, Noah looks at the photo again and feels deeply emotional. Just then, the phone rings, and a friend tells her that she's lucky her mother married a rich man. However, Noah expresses her disappointment with the spoiled lifestyle of the wealthy. Suddenly, Nicholas appears and reveals himself as her stepbrother. Nicholas playfully commands his aggressive dog to scare Noah, then calls the dog back to calm it. This angers Noah, and she leaves immediately. That evening, the new family goes out to dinner in the city. During the car ride, Noah looks at her photos and those of her boyfriend, which prompts her to send him a message, asking him to call her back. Nicholas passes by Noah, giving her a seductive and admiring look. At the restaurant, family members sit at the table and converse. Emmanuel praises Nicholas for his successful law school achievements and promising future. Noah, on the other hand, attributes the opportunities she has to her wealthy father. Frustrated, the girl leaves, and her stepfather asks Nicholas to take her home. While driving, Noah gets scared and criticizes Nicholas's driving style, calling him arrogant. He laughs and says his mother unconditionally supports him. Noah retorts, saying she knows too little about her mother's love. Upset, Nicholas stops the car and asks her to get out, then leaves her with a dead phone battery. Nicholas's friend arrives just in time and invites Noah to a party attended by wealthy young people similar to Nicholas. There, Noah seems jealous seeing her stepbrother surrounded by so many girls. But Nicholas notices her and approaches, asking if she's okay. Noah threatens to inform her stepfather about Nicholas attending such questionable parties. Nicholas warns her not to meddle in his life before leaving. Later, a girl named Gina invites Noah to a party, introducing herself as Nicholas's friend. Noah starts drinking wine. Seeing a tipsy Nicholas, he decides to take her home. He leaves Noah, who has passed out, in her bed before leaving. Noah dreams of childhood memories when her mother tried to hide her in a closet to protect her from her abusive father. The next day, on the beach, Noah sits with Gina and watches Nicholas, who is there to surf. Many girls are attracted to him because of his wealth, which bothers Noah. Later that evening, Nicholas accepts Ronnie's challenge to participate in an underground race. In the first race, he has to compete against a driver from Ronnie's team. However, when he sees Noah in the distance, he becomes captivated by her beauty, causing a delayed start. As Nicholas competes, his attention keeps turning to Noah. Meanwhile, Noah and Gina watch the race from a distance. In the final turn, the rival's car breaks down, and Nicholas wins. Later, they throw a party. Noah sees pictures that make it appear that her boyfriend is cheating on her with her best friend. Deeply troubled, she seeks solace in alcohol. Seeing Noah dancing with another guy, Nicholas becomes furious and jealous. He confronts her, demanding respect because he sees her as a new sister. Noah tells him she let the guy kiss her to take pictures, intending to send them to her unfaithful boyfriend as a form of revenge. Taking advantage of the situation, Nicholas suggests sending the picture with him. Surprisingly, Noah agrees, and the two share an intimate kiss. Later, Nicholas orders Noah to stay in the racing car and wait for Gina to arrive. Noah sits in the driver's seat, but then Ronnie parks his car next to hers. Ronnie warns Noah that Nicholas might lose the bet on his car if she doesn't compete against him. He teases her, giving her a 5-second head start before the race begins. However, when the race starts, to everyone's surprise, she doesn't use the time advantage. During the race, her exceptional skills become evident, and a photo from the beginning of the film shows her driving abilities, thanks to her father's teachings. Feeling threatened, Ronnie resorts to intimidation, trying to force Noah to withdraw from the race. After her triumphant victory, Noah steps out of the car, and the whole group celebrates. However, Nicholas becomes furious because, according to the rules, he must win the race. Ronnie, taking advantage of deception, orders Noah to give him the car keys, and reluctantly, Nicholas locks the keys, blaming Noah for his loss. A violent confrontation ensues between Nicholas and Ronnie. Terrified, the girl remembers painful episodes from her violent childhood when her father abused her mother. The intense emotions and memories leave Noah deeply shaken and disturbed by the unfolding events. Gina accompanies Noah to the car, and Nicholas joins them. They leave the scene quickly. The next morning, Noah wakes up to a threatening message from an unknown person. She shows Gina the message. In another scene, Noah's mother seeks Emmanuel's opinion on a dress for a special occasion. He then asks why he helped her in the past. He tells her he fell in love with her at first sight. Nicholas spends time with his stepsister, Maggie, born from his mother's second marriage. He takes care of her because she has diabetes. Later, Nicholas and Noah watch an action scene from an Indian film with cars. Nicholas finds the car stunts in the film impossible, but Noah assures him that they are not that difficult and tries to explain how they work. Noah asks Nicholas where he has been all day, and he tells her he spent time with someone special. His younger sister, unaware of Noah's relationship, apologizes for being jealous, and the two ultimately share a kiss. The next morning, while washing her car, Noah is surprised to see her boyfriend, as her mother brought him here, suspecting a possible relationship between her daughter and Nicholas. Noah goes to Nicholas and asks for his help. She tells him she sent a photo of him to her boyfriend and doesn't want him to see it, fearing it will cause a scandal. Her boyfriend tries to talk to her, but she ignores him. Nicholas playfully teases him without being seen. When Noah approaches Nicholas, he laughs and pulls her into the pool. The two share an intimate kiss. After getting out of the pool, Noah finds roses and a threatening note. She interrogates her friend, but he denies any knowledge of the roses or threats. In another scene, an unknown person talks to Ronnie. The following morning, during a family lunch, Noah receives more threats, but she still doesn't know who is behind them. Noah joins Nicholas and his friends in a car, and one of them asks about her professional driving skills. Another girl from the backseat intervenes, saying that Noah learned from her famous father, a race car driver. When asked about her father's whereabouts, Noah simply states that he no longer exists. Nicholas arrives at the scene of a street fight, and Noah seems worried, but he reassures her, stating that he sees street fights as a way to release his anger. He enters the ring and ferociously defeats his opponent, displaying his fighting skills. Unable to bear the violent fight due to her traumatic past with her father, she becomes very unsettled. Mario tries to console her and attempts to kiss her, but Nicholas intervenes, attacking Mario and trying to protect Noah. However, she asks Nicholas to stay away from her, expressing her fear of violent people like him and her father. A few days later, we see Nicholas running on the beach, trying to improve himself and find inner peace due to his love for Noah. He confronts the fact that he has developed feelings for someone who is almost like a sister to him. Emmanuel confides in Nicholas, sharing details about Noah's real father. He reveals that Noah's father tried to harm her when she was young, being prone to violence. He entrusts Noah's care to Nicholas. That night, the unknown person, who was Ronnie earlier, stops his car in front of a house where Noah is having a party with her friends. Noah goes out with her friends, and Nicholas arrives to pick her up. But when Noah returns to the house to grab her jacket, Nicholas's friend plays a prank on her and locks her in a closet. This brings back a painful memory for her. Nicholas rushes to help her and takes her home, where he stays with her all night. Seeing Nicholas sleeping next to Noah, Emmanuel realizes the strong connection between the two. The next day, Noah accompanies Nicholas to visit his sister, Maggie, in the hospital. There, Noah learns that Nicholas took part in illegal fights to cover the medical expenses for his sister's treatment, as his wealthy father refused to provide support. That evening, Nicholas and Noah share a romantic moment on the beach, confessing their deep love for each other. On the way back, Ronnie kidnaps Noah. Nicholas immediately informs her father and Noah's mother. Later, the authorities identify Ronnie as the kidnapper through surveillance footage. Noah's biological father confesses that he ordered the kidnapping and demands a $1 million ransom. Emmanuel and Noah's mother go to the designated location with the ransom, but Noah's father doesn't show up. It becomes clear that money wasn't his true motive. He wants to provoke fear and suffering in Noah and her mother. Nicholas joins the detective in the car and shares details about Ronnie and the stolen car, which is equipped with a tracking device they can use. However, Noah's father learns of their plan and attempts to escape, leading to a car chase. At the climax, Noah's father forces her to drive with the intent to harm Emmanuel and her mother. The pursuit ends on a dead-end street. Noah's father orders her to ram Nicholas's car, but the two use telepathic communication and the spinning moves of an Indian movie to avoid a collision. The detective shoots Noah's father, ending the situation. In the end, Noah's mother seeks a divorce from Emmanuel so that her daughter can marry Nicholas.